Alright then. I think we are ready to go. So, one second. Okay, so, with that being said, alright, so with that being said, hello everybody. FAI here, I here, and welcome back to the Command Center. So, we're back once again in the Command Center with some more, with episode 3 of iGaming Talk, and while of course was going to be potentially an episode with Nikosi, I have no idea what happened to him. Honestly, I do not know what happened. I'm not sure what he was doing, what he did. But obviously he's either not awake or maybe he's just waking up. I'm not entirely sure. Either way, I know that he's not available today, or at least right now with the with the show, but for the show. But as they say, the show must go on. So, we're going on with the show anyway. So, I will be probably running this on my own at the moment, but of course, that doesn't mean that this show won't be entertaining. It just means that, I will be more than likely relying on you all to help us with the chat, for say. And of course, I will be relying on you all to, of course, put your input out there with our discussions. But of course, with that being said, if you've not been said hello to yet and you want to be said hello, use your favorite emote to say hello to me, or whatever you feel like. Get my attention if you would like to be said hello, whether you are on YouTube or you're here on Twitch. But yeah, I don't know if Nikosi will be joining us later. I'm not sure if we will have a guest on the show. I do know for sure, though, at least for the most part, that we will be doing the show as per usual. So, with that being said, to everyone who's already hosted / all hosted, thank you for the host / all host. Do appreciate the host / all host. Ryu Oba, thank you for the follow yesterday. And yeah, with that being said, how is everyone doing? What is up, everyone? Feel free to tell me. But yeah, I think we're not going to be doing streamers today, even though streamers is down there. We're not going to actually be doing any streamers today. But yeah, with that being said, what is up, everyone? How are you all doing? I guess we should just get right on into it, shouldn't we? So let's go ahead and start with Night City Wire. Getting the final episode for its before its release. Yeah, this is substantial for many of you who are, or for many of you who are waiting for waiting for Cyberpunk, or just waiting in general for the game. It's substantially, I think it's ready to go. Well, I mean, we are confirmed that it's basically ready to go. So, we know, at least for the most part, it's pretty much ready to go, and it's pretty much, at the moment, good for, good for the release. So, with that being said, what are you all ready? Have you been, watching or catching up with the actual episodes? And if you are ready for Night City Wire and you did, or if you are ready for Cyberpunk and you did manage to watch the episode as it was, let me see the Johnny 2077 emotes, everybody. Of course, this is more for those of you who are on the Twitch end, because I don't know if YouTube actually had a I'm actually not sure if YouTube actually had a Johnny 2077 or emote or anything like that. So, of course, this is more for those of you who are on the Twitch end. If you are on Twitch end and you have the Johnny 2077 emote, I would like to see it. Otherwise, yeah, no worries. But yeah, with that being said, Sorry, everybody. I was adjusting wire there. I don't know why this thing does. My mic does not like the USB end of it. I don't know why. Either way, and well, hey, hello, nice job. You know what? Hey, you know what? Guess what? You just did there, mate. Oh, congratulations, Bollocks. I'm glad you decided to troll the channel. Bye. By the way, bye now. You mother trucker. You know, I'm kind of, you know what? You just, either way. Yeah, you just got yourself banned. You know, honestly. Bollocks, I don't know what your plan was there, mate, but, congratulations for getting banned. I'm glad you got banned, mate. You know, you kind of just got yourself banned there, so congratulations. Congratulations, you got yourself banned. Oh, this troll, man, this literal troll. I'm kind of glad you decided to do that, because, you know, Bollocks, you got yourself banned right off the bat. You got yourself banned right off the bat, mate. Oh. And, you know, also, by the way, Bollocks, by the way, there's no unban. There's no unban. You got yourself banned by being homophobic. You got yourself banned by being homophobic. We do not do that, in this channel at all, mate. So, you know, I'm sorry, but, yeah. You're basically reported, mate. Oh, man. Yeah, man. So, yeah, congratulations, mate. Yeah, you are literally banned. I'm sorry, Box, but you're not allowed in this channel at all, mate. You know, at this point, you've been reported, you've been banned. We do not accept this, we do not accept this behavior. We don't accept that kind of behavior, mate. If you run your channel like that, that's the way you run your channel. But you don't have to be in this channel just to try and troll. You don't have to be in this channel to try and troll. And if you do continue to be in here, I will report you for evading bans. For evading a ban. Because, yeah, that kind of behavior right off the bat is not acceptable in any way, shape, or form. We are here as a channel to be, to of course be friendly. We of course are also here to be, you know, we're of course also here to be, you know, be friendly, and yeah. Oh boy. Other. Oh man. Seriously, like that kind of decision is not at all. It's not at all acceptable. I mean, if your first comment is to come in here saying what you said, it's saying something like what you said, like what Bollocks said here, that's not acceptable. That is unacceptable behavior, and that's literally that's literally that's literally just no. No one needs to be in that kind of behavior. Like, you know, like you don't have to be in this channel at all to be in that behavior, you know. And and yeah. And that's just one thing I will say is, like, we got this person right off the bat. Like, I hate to tell you this, but yeah, someone like that, we don't need them in our channel because, like I said, they are not welcomed at all. So with that being said, I will say, don't come in here thinking that you can get attention and just be unscathed acting like that. I mean, you are not, you are definitely not, you're definitely not, you know, welcomed. I mean, we don't welcome people who are literally in here to get attention. If you're getting attention or if you're trying to make it all about you, then guess what? You are getting the ban hammer. And I mean, we were going to start talking about Night City Wire and stuff like that, but you know, I will say this much. Obviously, yeah, there's no reason that we should have someone who comes in like that just seeking attention and then wanting to make a trolly comment to basically give themselves attention. Like, that is not what happens in this channel. Like, at the end of the day, the channel is always going to be filled up with people who are going to try to get attention. And this is definitely not anything new. But, if your first impressions is to come in here and be a troll just to get attention, yeah, it's not going to work. I mean, I've seen the troll comments before. I know people are going to always be trolly. So, at the end of the day, that's not exactly what we expect in this channel, and that's not exactly what we're going to be, I would recommend that anyone in this channel, think about their decisions before they start, whatever their comments are, And that would be my opinion here, But anyway, with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about Cyberpunk. And let's get back into the show, shall we? So, first things first. Cyberpunk 2077. It is coming out, as far as we know, December 9th. And for those of you who are wondering what the what the graphics are for this game, then here are the graphics as they stand currently. System requirements, if you're just on the minimum requirements with a 1080p resolution, low graphics settings, OS wise, you need a Windows 7 or a Windows 10 at 64-bit. You need an Intel i5, I think it's 3rd generation, or an AMD FX 8310, which I'm not sure. I'm not sure what generation that is. 8 gigabytes of memory minimum. Graphics card, you need at least a GTX 780 or a Radeon RX 470. Virtual RAM about 3 gigs, and it's recommended that you have a solid state drive, but you do need 70 gigs of hard drive. The recommended settings is 1080p, high resolution recommended settings, 64-bit, 10 Windows, Intel i7, I believe it's 4th gen. You need an AMD Ryzen 3, 3rd gen, I believe, or whatever the 3200 is. You need at least 12 gigs of memory, a 1060 6 gig 6 gig, or a 1060 or 1660 Super, or an RX 590. You need 6 gigabytes of virtual RAM and 70 gigabytes SSD. So all across the board, it's always going to be 70 gigabytes SSD. For those of you who are playing on PC. For those of you who are not playing on, on PC, then obviously, if you're playing on PS4, PS5, obviously PS4, PS5, you don't have to worry too much about it. At the end of the day, it is what it is. So, anyway, moving on to the next part of the of the system requirements. We already kind of went over the high graphics settings, or the recommended graphics settings. High graphics settings, you need at least it's 1440p, which is 4K resolution. Ultra, that's running on ultra graphics. 64-bit, 10 Windows 10, obviously. You need an Intel i7, I believe it's a 4th gen. AMD Ryzen 3, 3rd gen. I believe it's the 3rd gen. I'm not sure which gen the Ryzen started on, so I do apologize that my knowledge of the processors are not up to spec. I do kind of keep up with the Intel specs, but obviously I have not kept up with the I've obviously not kept up with the bloody, Ryzen or AMD specs, even though AMD is basically, even though AMD is basically my basically my my what's it called? But yeah. So with that being said, 12 gigabytes of RAM is kind of across, or memory is kind of across the board on recommended and high. But ultra, if you're looking to get ultra memory, then 16 gigabytes of RAM should be good. Then 16 gigs would be good. But yeah, it's not, 16 gigs is the absolute maximum necessary amount of memory from what I'm seeing right at the moment. So, keep that in mind as you are, considering, or even just in general, determining if Cyberpunk will work for you on PC. As for the graphics card, in the minimal saying, you need a GTX 780 at least, or RX 470, but recommend it, you would need a GTX 1060 or GTX 1660 Super, or an RX 590, which is the absolute minimal. High settings, you need at least an RX 5700 XT or a 2060 RTX. Of course, if you're looking at ultra settings and 8K capability, you need an RTX 2080 or an RTX 370, or a Radeon 6800 XT. 8 gigabytes virtual RAM is the maximum if you're looking at ultra memory. Otherwise, high, you're looking at maybe 6 gigabytes of virtual RAM. Recommended is 6 gigabytes of virtual RAM. Of course, if you're looking at ray tracing, now this is if you're looking at ray tracing, everybody. I know for some of you may not be looking at ray tracing. You may not be thinking like I need ray tracing, or maybe you do need ray tracing. I'm not entirely sure. It's up to you. I mean, obviously, it's up to you on what you think is what you want. But if you have the ray tracing on, ray tracing minimal, the graphics settings would be medium, 64 gigabytes of RAM or 64-bit Windows. That's across the board on high and ultra. Intel i7 at least minimal, and it looks like it's 4th gen. Or if you're looking, and that's at the minimal. If you're looking at high end ray tracing, Intel i7 at 6th generation, I believe. And on ultra, it's the Intel i7 at 6th generation. AMD Ryzen 7, you need at least a 3200G. I'm not sure which generation that is, to be honest. If you're looking at high settings, AMD Ryzen 5's 3600. Same thing with ultra. It's AMD Ryzen 5 3600. 16 gigabytes across the board on memory. So, as for as for the graphics card, RTX 2060 ray tracing minimal, RTX 370 ray tracing minimal, RTX 380 if you're looking at ultra. But again, I'm not sure how many of you are going to be utilizing the ray tracing, so I would say don't worry too much about it. 10 gigabytes of RAM Ultra if you're looking at the Ultra settings for ray tracing. 6 gigabytes if you're looking at high ray tracing, and minimal ray tracing 6 gigabytes. Either way, like I said, across the board 70 gigs no matter what. They recommend a solid state drive, but I'm sure you can get away with a hard drive. I'm sure you could probably get away with a hard drive, but they do recommend a solid state drive, everybody. So, you know, so keep that in mind as you are looking at the stuff. Either way, I mean, you know, in general, I mean, I think the hardware specs are definitely going to be a little higher for most people, but probably not something that you can't handle at the end of the day, because there is a lot of work that's gone into it. It looks beautiful. Cyberpunk absolutely looks beautiful. I mean, Night City Wire really did show that they are willing. They did put in the work for it, and you know, obviously they are. You know, they have given it a pretty good rinse over. So, you know, hopefully, you know, it just doesn't disappoint at the end of the day. That's the main thing, I think, is that it doesn't disappoint. Either way, I mean, you know, wrapping up Night City Wire, I mean, what did they show on on the game, or on the final episode? Well, I mean, obviously they talked about how Keanu Reeves pretty much took the, you know, how he did the work and stuff, how they were talking about Johnny Silverhand, as I recall, a lot. They also mentioned how the story is. They showed a lot of the story, and it's in general, if you will, it's in general, what you call it? It's general layout, how it goes. They mostly did show a lot of the Xbox live preview, I think an Xbox Series X preview, as well as the Xbox One preview. So, you know, in general though, it was mostly a wrap up episode to kind of give you a new trailer, talk about how DMCA is not going to be too big of an issue for streamers like us. I mean, you know, and really now, ban. I'm sorry, but yeah, you are literally out of here. Oh my god, this guy lurking in the channel, like, look, mate, get out of here, mate, dude, get out of here. Oh my god, wow, we're getting some massive trolls today, aren't we, dude? You know, honestly, and I do not want to get political. I am not going to get political on this channel, but, you know, honestly, seriously, we are getting massive trolls. The trolls, man. Oh man. Look, I'm not going to get political here, but I will say this much. Yeah, we are not looking to we're not looking to get political. And you know, your name pretty much says it all when it comes down to it. I am not going to be dealing with people who are going to be a ban, who are going to be that person that's going to be like trying to be political or trying to be funny here. You know, like, seriously, you know, we do not deal with trolls here, and we are getting massively trolled here today. Yeah. Yeah, and to not get political, I do not support this person who had that name. That kind of a name is really just no. Like, seriously. You know, if you're going to try to be funny here, I mean, no, you're not funny, mate. You are not funny, by the way. So, I mean, I don't know what these people are doing, but I will say this much. don't even try it. I will be banning these people. You're trying to be funny, and I understand that. But at the same time, you're not funny, mate. You are literally not funny at all. So, I don't know what you're trying to do here, but yeah. Whatever you're trying to do is not working in this channel. Because I get that you're trying to make it all about yourself here, but at the end of the day, no. This is not the channel for that. And I get that you're trying to be funny, mate, but yeah, you are not funny at all. You're not funny at all. And I do not, and you obviously did not read the rules. Please read the rules before you get into the bloody channel and before you even talk. Seriously, I am not here to be trolled like that, and I'm not going to be trolled like that. So, I will ban you if I see something that literally sets up a flag. And, we're just trying to have a good time here. We're literally just trying to have a good time here. If you all are trying to be funny here or trying to be supportive, I will do my job as a moderator to ban you. And I'm not going to be afraid to do that. Because, at the end of the day, you are not funny. And I don't care how funny you think you are behind that screen. You are not funny at all. So, anyway, going back, let me go ahead and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop in Night City Wire to kind of recap the episode myself, because again, like I said, I know that I know that a lot of it was behind the scenes with Keanu Reeves, which was very interesting, definitely. Definitely very interesting. And hearing about the factor that Keanu Reeves there are some points where Keanu Reeves will be doing, it's Keanu Reeves' job, and other points where it's your thing. That's really cool. I like that, obviously. Obviously they also talked about how they were bringing Johnny Silverhand to life, which was very, very cool. I really do enjoy the fact that Johnny Silverhand is kind of this rocker boy that, you kind of, have a connection with in some way, shape, or form. Now, what this connection is, obviously we don't know for say, but I do like that. And then obviously the music, they talked about the music, how like I said, I was kind of getting around to the DMCA thing is basically going to be having some songs replaced. So obviously for us streamers, we don't have to worry about the freaking DMCA issues going on. But yeah. And yeah, those are some of the main points that have been going about. Now, like I said, I definitely will say this much. I get that people, especially now in this time, obviously I get that people now in this time are looking to try and troll, because it's easy to have it happen, but I think at the end of the day, we've got, there's going to be times where I'm going to have to just crack down on it, And obviously I will say that, you're not funny. You are not funny at all. I should talk about this in the 101 part of the channel or 101 part of the stream, and I will, but, I think, like I said before, there's definitely points that, there are definitely points where I have to, I have to just make sure that, we keep this channel the way it is, because like I said, there are definitely things where we have to, I have to realistically, tell you all that it's just not cool. You know, I get that people are trying to be funny or whatever, they want to make attention, but you know, I'm not going to be dealing with that. If you are going to do that, we will swiftly get rid of you. Um, but anyway, yeah. So, keep that in mind. But yeah, those are some of the things about Silver, or not Silver. God dang it, Cyberpunk 2077. They also talked about, and I really should have popped that up when I was doing when I was looking at the Twitter. Um, they also were popping up how the stats are going to be, or the Cybernetics you install will change how your gameplay is going to be, which I think is really, really cool. I know in Night City Wire episode 4 they were talking about how the cars are going to be able to what's it called? You'll be able to keep the cars, and each car has their own style, their own feel, their own, like, I guess, thing about them, which realistically is cool because, like, one thing about me is I like cars that are kind of fancy. I like cars that have kind of a style to them. Like, I don't care about performance a lot of times. I don't care about, about all the little nicks and knacks that make a car fast. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love playing Formula One racing games. That was one of the things where I really enjoyed it back in the day. But at the end of the day, I think that I'm not that person who likes cars that are literally literally about the speed and stuff like that. But it is something that that does happen. So that's one thing that I will say. And for me, cars that have style really are kind of my thing. They were the thing that I really enjoyed overall. And, obviously that's something that just continues to keep me interested. Is that, with Cyberpunk, especially considered that it is open world and stuff, you can basically have it to where you can keep the cars that you want to keep in some way, shape or form. I'm not sure how, but I guess it's dealing with money and the way money, however money works in Cyberpunk. So it'll be interesting to see how the money system works, how things are going to be going forward. But yeah, so that's pretty much everything about Cyberpunk. I think that we have to wrap up on. Personally, I can't wait for Cyberpunk. We are about 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. About 18 days away from Cyberpunk. So in 18 days, I will be jumping on Cyberpunk. I will be covering it, which means that I should be finished with Watch Dogs Legion by then. I hope, but I'm not entirely sure. I hope I'm done with Watch Dogs Legion by the time Cyberpunk comes out, but we will see. We will see. Obviously. Obviously we will see. Obviously, we will see what happens. But that's the way I will be working towards. That's something that I will be doing going forward. I'm going to try and make sure that that by the time we reach Cyberpunk. I'm done with the YouTube series for Watch Dogs Legion because I know I'm going to have to start recording Watch Dogs Legion on, or sorry, Cyberpunk on YouTube as well. So hopefully I'm getting all that done. I know we have a lot of things to do and we have a lot to go over, but you know, that is something that will be happening. Anyway, with that being said, let's move on to another pressing matter that was that's been talked about so far, which is actually Devin Nash. Devin Nash has talked about 3 days ago. Of course, he was talking about how why you should never become a Twitch affiliate, and I know we kind of touched based on this. I don't remember. I think we touched based on this. When we first bloody hell. I think when it was first released, which was 3 days ago. But again, I'm not entirely sure. Either way, I wanted to touch base on this again with Watch Dogs Legion because or not Watch Dogs Legion, but I wanted to touch base on with this again on iGaming Talk because I felt like this was something worth talking about, which is should you become an affiliate? Honestly, I think at the end of the day, really, you don't need to become an affiliate because of the points mentioned before. And like I've said before, Devin Nash has already kind of mentioned it at one point or another, which was, of course, the fact that, bits and stuff, yeah, you obviously could start having your bits and money being kind of made, but at the end of the day, bits and stuff are not kind of the they're not that important, And let's face it, at the end of the day, you're not going to be making all your money right off the bat. I mean, if you have a steady audience and stuff, you have things that are going to be that are working, you have people who steadily keep your stream going, then you will find of course that you're not going to make all you want to make. One other thing is, like, as Devin Nash stated, obviously ads are going to turn away viewers, and that's just a known fact. I mean, anyone who watches an ad or whatever, they are going to probably turn away viewers. They are going to have people be turned away from it. So, obviously keep that in mind as you are looking into the stream and stuff. And then, Monstercat, of course, if you all may or may not have known, teamed up with Twitch. So, this is not a bad thing. I mean, obviously, when Monstercat and Twitch teamed up, obviously, they're going to have... Monstercat is obviously a music industry that pretty much can, ensure that you have, your status ready to go, and you obviously will have, you will all obviously also have, all the, your soundtracks and stuff being able to, go with whatever you, want to have. And, all of the music is content creator safe. You don't have, you don't have to worry about the MCA strikes or anything like that, which is cool. You get to listen to releases on Monstercat the day before they're released to everyone else. You all get access to appeal drops and whatever, which is cool. But community perks, but obviously here's the kicker about the Monstercat Gold. If you do wanna, of course, have your affiliate status bopped up popped up, like, because you have Monster Cat Gold, you're going to have to wait 30 days. Here's the thing. You really have to wait 30 days before your Monster Cat Gold can actually be dropped for, dropped for affiliate. And I think as of right now, it says the offer is ended. So, I guess the Monster Cat Gold offer was limited time, but I'm not entirely sure. I mean, obviously, Monster Cat Gold still provides you the benefits of streaming songs and stuff like that. You get access to the web player, I guess, and you get some exclusive discounts and stuff. But I guess yeah. I guess it was a limited time thing. I'm not sure how long they were planning the fast track. But yeah. But yeah, it looks like the Monster Cat Gold. It looks like they backtracked on it a day ago. Huh. It looks like they backtracked on it. Because yeah. Let's see what happened. Now this just came out a day ago. This just came out a day ago. So, it's actually new to me, but I wanted to touch base back on the Monster Cat Gold Fast Track because it does look like they ended up backtracking on it. So, I'll read you all the article and we'll just see what happens. Let's see. So Monster Cat backchannels on controversial Twitch affiliate Fast Track offer. Monster Cat now claims that its partnership with Twitch never included instant affiliate status after streamers objected to the Fast Track program. After Monster Cat, the popular electronic music label, announced a controversial partnership with Twitch, allowing Monster Cat Gold subscribers to automatically gain affiliate status on the streaming platform. The label now is claiming the deal never affected how Twitch streamers become affiliates. However, various emails now deleted pages on the company's website claiming otherwise led upward popularity on uproar online before the retraction. On November 17th, Monster Cat announced that it would be partnering with Twitch to fast track affiliate status on the platform for those who pay $5 a month, a subscription fee to Monster Cat Gold. The deal offered a library of claim-free music from the records labeled vast pool of musical artists, including famed Marshmello. In a press release regarding the partnership, Monster Head of Gaming Gavin Johnson stated that the alignment further empowers content creators by opening access to premium music and monetization for their channel. The release stated that existing Monster Cat Gold users will be able to immediately apply to become affiliates, while new subscribers will be able to apply after 30 days. Okay, so, yeah, it looks like that was the main thing with the Monster Cat Gold partnership. And that was the kind of the controversial part about, like, and I know Gavlo was talking about that. The partnership between Monster Cat Gold and stuff was mostly because of, people who had Monster Cat Gold right off the bat, or like, for 30 days they were already, already affiliated or already had Monster Cat Gold for 30 days. They would be able to immediately apply for affiliate if they didn't get affiliate yet. Whereas streamers who were only just starting their Monster Cat Gold would be able to apply for affiliate in 30 days. So, but I mean, at the end of the day, this controversy of Monster Cat Gold and stuff, it seems like the main thing about it was the fact that a lot of streamers literally took it as a everyone can get affiliated now. And I think that was the main. Again, I think this was just the internet and all of us online not reading the fine print of them saying in 30 days you will be able to apply for affiliate if you are just starting your Monster Cat Gold subscription. But, I mean, I don't know. What are you going to do? At the end of the day, I guess the question is, what the heck are you going to do? So, yeah. So, of course, yeah, with that having been said, that's just something that I think realistically is going on. Either way, I mean, that's just an interesting thought. Um, but yeah, I don't know, everybody. I'm not entirely sure. When it comes down to it. It's an interesting thought, and it's something that I think could be looked at some more, but at the same time, I'm not sure. I'm at the same time not sure exactly how it affects how it affects everything per se. Um Either way, I mean, it is what it is. So, keep that in mind that, at the end of the day, Twitch did, or Monster Cat Gold did back off. So, I don't think we will be seeing this fast track to affiliate basically happen at the moment. It just doesn't seem like it's going to be happening right now, but who knows? Who the heck knows? Either way. Mm. So, with that being said, let me go ahead and go over to another talking point with Devin Nash, which was what XQC's ban reveals about Twitch in general. Now, again, I'm not saying I'm a full on all about Devin Nash. Like, I only started listening to him because his stuff makes sense, and it really was understanding to a degree that this is what's going on and this is what's happening. So yeah, that's the way things are, for say. But but for let's just talk about that for a bit. But of course, what does the XQC ban mean in general? Well, I think that XQC's ban just means that things are changing, I guess you could say. And what is happening is the fact that it's just the fact that you will see the what's it called happening. You will see Twitch is trying to make more, I guess, money, or even more is trying to gain control of the esports community to some degree. And I think that's the main thing we're seeing here, is that XQC's ban is basically just Twitch trying to start control of having an esports, or at least having esports be part of their thing. And they're starting to have control with other esports aspects. I mean, you can see even on Twitch's actual roster right now that they're promoting more esports things. They're promoting match highlights, your favorite pro players all in one place, live tournaments. They are right now just doing it all. I mean, it's Street Fighter, Riot and Valorant. It's basically anything related to basically esports, and you can see that they're really trying to make a tag into the esports community in some way, shape, or form. And I don't think that is a bad thing, but obviously with XQC being banned for a fourth time, I think it shows that they are not going to be trying to what's it called? They're not trying to make the esports community, or they're trying to find a way to put themselves into the esports community. And I think this is their way of doing it. Obviously I will say that because of he was caught cheating, and XQC was caught cheating, which is why he got banned a fourth time. And then they sent a serious letter and a serious tweet out talking about XQC's ban. In fact, let me see if there is still something out there. Let's see. Yeah, XQC banned fourth time. Yeah, here it is. Twitch Rivals. This was back in November 18th, so this was Wednesday. This was on Wednesday, but I'll read you all the tweet, and then you guys can make out what your thoughts are on the tweet. Tell me what you all are thinking. Tell me what if you think this was fair for for of course XQC, or if you just think that it was not good, because obviously XQC does a lot of outrageous stuff just to get his entertainment. But the gist of it all is the fact that he got caught being a stream sniper, or trying to stream snipe. He got caught trying to stream snipe or being a stream sniper. That's what I've taken away from it. But tell me all what your thoughts are as of right now when it comes to the Twitch Rivals tweet. Because Twitch Rivals tweet this on November 18th. At GlitchCon, our player conduct rules were violated. We require all participants to abide by the same rules in order to play in a tournament. As a result, XQC has been issued a temporary Twitch account suspension, a temporary Twitch Rivals ban, and forfeited associated prize money. And then they put a they put the summary here, which is: during a Twitch Rivals tournament at GlitchCon, XQC violated our official tournament code of conduct and gameplay rules. Competitive integrity is important to us, and we expect all players to exhibit good sportsmanship and maintain respect for one another. His actions will result in a temporary ban from Twitch Rivals tournaments and forfeiture of prizing from the event. Additionally, for violating Twitch policies, he has been issued a temporary Twitch account suspension. The ruling was XQC actions during the tiebreaker of Fall Guys match on November 14th, 2020 violated the official tournament code of conduct and gameplay rules found in Section 7 of the official tournament rules. Then they put a HTTP so you could view what happened. As a result, effective immediately, XQC will receive a 6-month ban from Twitch Rivals and forfeit prize wins from GlitchCon event. Section 7 states cheating of any sort through any means. Um, Additional application of Rule 7, Section 7 states intentionally delaying or slowing gameplay or tampering with gameplay in any other known or unknown matter. Furthermore, XQC violate Twitch's policies around stream sniping in an online game, which is, of course, cheating in online games. Any activities such as cheating, hacking, botting, or tampering that gives the account owner an unfair advantage in an online multiplayer game is prohibited. This also includes exploiting another broadcaster's live broadcast in order to harass them in game, such as stream sniping. As a result, effective immediately, XQC will receive a temporary account suspension. Closing, we take Twitch rivals player conduct extremely seriously. This type of behavior is unacceptable and will not be taken lightly. We reserve the right to impose any additional penalties at our sole discretion. So, obviously, it is pretty serious, and, I think that this shows that at the end of the day, people like XQC and, even just the Twitch Rivals event is basically kind of showing that no matter what happens, it's going to be very, very difficult for some people, I think. And I think that this means that, realistically, Twitch really is trying their best to make sure that everyone is, esports is part of their agenda. Now, I know Devin Nash has said that, when it came down to it, originally, they said that they didn't want to do esports. They didn't want to have any esports, thing. But I think, we have seen now they are more into wanting to do esports because it's making them money. And I think that's the main thing here, is that it is making them money. Esports has given them, or it has at least shown that it's making them money, and they are literally thriving off it. So, I think that at the end of the day, we can't ignore the fact that no matter what happens, obviously Twitch is just not going to be. Twitch won't be, of course, not ignoring the fact that someone will try to cheat or someone does cheat. Now, of course, me and one DJ Hyde have talked about it before, and I've gone over it before, but, one of the main things, of course, is the fact that, at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, if you are, cheating is kind of something that realistically will happen, whether you like it or not, in some way, shape, or form. Now, obviously, cheating is not fair. It's unfair. I don't recommend cheating. I even will say, don't even try to cheat if you can help it. But, given the fact that cheating is something that will happen, obviously, if any game tried to basically say, like, hey, we're going to just not do anything about it, then what are you going to do? They're going to, nobody would play the game. And we would only have maybe 20 or 30% of the community at all playing the game. So, obviously, they're going to put a weak anti-cheat and then just say they tried their best, which kind of seems to be the answer that was given to me based on the talks that I've had with one DJ Hyde. Either way, that's just something that's been going on. Obviously, I think, like I've said before, Devin Nash, I can't say that I would agree with him word for word, but I do say he's smart. He knows kind of what he's talking about, and he is someone who, realistically, I would say if you give him a listen, maybe it's not for you. Maybe some of the things he says are not for you. And I wouldn't expect anything less of that. I would say that if Devin Nash, you don't agree with him, hey, you know what? That's fine. you don't have to agree with Devin Nash. I'm going to say that right off the bat. But, you know, I will say that you gotta remember that at the end of the day, Devin Nash is someone who kind of has, at least to some degree, been, you know, well known. He's well known. He's talked about these things before, and I think that at the end of the day, you know, he knows exactly what the audience that he's trying to grasp onto, for say, you know. And I think that's the important thing is he knows his audience. He knows who he's talking to. I can't say that I know exactly who I'm talking to because, you know, most of it is just me, I guess you could say, kind of spinning the thread here and trying to talk to myself in a way that I would understand it. So, you know, you've got to remember that that's something that I do on my own personal note. Either way, I mean, you know, I'd say with that having been said, perhaps it's time to move on to the next part of the show today, which is of course talking about Twitch Sings. And you know, Twitch Sings, as many of you all may or may not know, is ending on January 1st. Obviously this is not something that will be, you know, great for everyone because obviously once January 1st hits, a lot of people who were only doing Twitch Sings are going to be left out in the dust. They're not going to I don't know what they will do, you know, for say. Who knows what they'll do because it's hard realistically to say that Twitch Sings is going to be there or what will become of the people who are on Twitch Sings. But I will say that, you know, at the end of the day, we can't ignore the fact that Twitch Sings was having some issues. I mean, you know, obviously Twitch Sings was having some issues. They were having problems. They may have not been able to afford renewing the licenses, or you know, maybe they were just, I don't know, they were maybe in somewhat of a problem, I would say, to a degree. But you know, obviously as it is, um Twitch Sings is going to be ending, and it's kind of speculation to what is really going on. My speculation is the MCA is starting to draw the lines, and you know, with Twitch becoming a bigger platform, everyone from the Sings community kind of starting to do non-covered songs and all that other jazz. Maybe Twitch just can't keep everyone protected. And that would be my thought, is that not everyone can be protected because Twitch Sings can't continue to afford a universal license of some sort. And that's just my guess here, everybody. That is my thought. That's my reasoning to why Twitch Sings is basically done. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I could be right. I'm not entirely sure. It's sort of hard to say. From my own opinion and from what I know, it's hard to say because I'm not 100% certain on the reasoning for Twitch Sings to end. And I know for many of you on the YouTube side of things, if you are on my YouTube end of things and you're hearing me talking about Twitch Sings, for those of you who don't know what Twitch Sings is basically Twitch's version of karaoke. And that's probably the best way I can explain it. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was a fun game. It's been fun. Twitch Sings has been absolutely a blast. Obviously, I would not be doing more camera stuff, if it wasn't for Twitch Sings. For those of you who are wondering, if it wasn't so much because of the fact that I was doing Twitch Sings in my own time and on, you know, on, of course, on the occasion, I probably wouldn't be doing as much in front of the camera as I would be normally because, I think one of the main things, especially with Twitch things and what I've gotten out of it, because it's only 10% of what I do. For those of you who don't know, Twitch things is only about 10% of what I do. It's only 10% of the content creation that I've actually made going forward. But because I wasn't like a huge active person on Twitch things, like I wasn't like as active as someone like Pork Marshmallow. I wasn't active like someone like Tiger. I wasn't as active on it like oh boy, like like many of these other huge Twitch singers. I wasn't active on it. I mean, I wasn't very much into the point of doing that thing all the time. And, that's just the way it was for me. But I know there are some people who are super, super active and Twitch sings is all they do. I mean, and it makes sense that these people are basically, they put all their eggs, if you will, and all their basket, if you will, into Twitch Sings. I mean, Gloop Dog was high, Twitch Sings. I'm not sure if it was everything he did, but I know someone like Gloop Dog, who is a good friend that I've met through Twitch Sings. He was high into Twitch Sings. I'm not sure what he'll do once Twitch Sings leaves January 1st. There are plenty of other people who are, still doing Twitch Sings. Many of them I don't know. I mean, like one of these people, I don't really know them that much, but I've seen them around. Is like Geek Everything. I'm not sure if like he has done Twitch Sings all the time, or if Twitch Sings was his main or was their main focus. But obviously that is something where I know she has like Twitch Sings going on right now, but and I'm sorry I mispronounced that, or I missed pronoun them. That was my bad. Either way, it's like it's all of these things going on, like like Skadoozy, who's doing duets right now. Like I said, I'm not sure if he put all of his time into Twitch Sings, but that's something that realistically is what's going on. I mean, heck, even King Bomb, who I don't know why I didn't follow him. I have no idea why the heck I haven't followed them, but that was my bad. I probably forgot to follow them because, it's like, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I completely forgot. But I think King Bump, again, someone who pretty much has done Twitch Sings for, I don't know, who knows how long. But, I mean, I don't know what these people are going to do once Twitch Sings ends, And I think that's the main conundrum we've run into is what are these people going to do once Twitch Sings ends? Because, as it is, all good things come to an end. And many of you know that. Many of you know that all good things come to an end. So, I don't know. I'm having a hard time. I'm having a hard time kind of contemplating what these people are going to do because we still have like almost 1,000 people doing Twitch Sings. And a lot of these people, I think, they put all their time into Twitch Sings. That's basically all they did, So what are they going to do once it ends? Like I'm not entirely sure because, like, you got so many people right now doing Twitch Sings. That's basically all they do. So I don't know. I'm having a hard time, and I'm not sure. I know, like, one of my friends, because I asked him, what was his name? One of my friends, Kev Mation. I know he said his plan was to do, like, his plan was to do, some smithing. I think he said he was going to go back into doing some classic gaming and stuff. But, in general, it's a wonder what will happen. And I don't know if any of you have inputs on what you think about Twitch things, or mm, what's happening on that end. But obviously, it all leads back to, I think, the whole DMCA, or Digital Millennium Copyright Act, which, obviously we can't really fight that, because if there's no challenge for DMCA, obviously the music producer is not going to get paid. The artists are not going to get paid for their music. But at the same time, do we really need the DMCA there on streamers, or is there going to be a way in the future where we can play our popular music, we can play music that we like, music that we love, and maybe get more people into of course, listening to these things, these words, or these lyrics in these songs. Because, like, as many of you may or may not know, and I'm not sure how many of you, I'm not sure, again, how many of you have been watching the previous streams, but I know during Halloween, which I believe that stream expired. Everybody. But I know during Halloween, for instance, I really loved, this song from, Happy's Humble Burger Farm, or Humblest Burger Farm, and I'm going to go ahead and give you guys the link so you can listen to it on your own time. But John the Shred, really made a great song. I mean, that is a beautiful song. And if you've not heard that Happy the Humble Heifler, please listen to that song. It is amazing. But, I mean, again, because of the fact that it is registered with AMI and BMI, I can't play it on stream, just because it is going to probably be DMCA'd. So, if you want to listen to that song, please do listen to it. It's an amazing song. But, it does make an interesting question of what is next. Like, does DMCA need to exist still? Because, or at least, I think DMCA needs to exist. But I also believe that as a streamer and as a content creator, maybe there should be something to allow us to have limited control over being able to use our favorite music, being able to use our favorite songs. Just because, at the end of the day, I think, the point is, we can't keep DMCAing or being DMCA'd by, we can't just keep having it to where we end up having problems where we have to change our content. For instance, you all may or may have not known this, but like right now, with my Watch Dogs series, part 10 of my Watch Dogs series, Watch Dogs Legion, part 10 actually had a claim, which I had to totally change the stuff. I had to literally change the video from its final edit. So, obviously I did fix it, so it's no longer realistically a problem, but I did want to mention that, it can be a issue for you if you are not, if you don't realize it. I tweeted about it, and I really it caught me off guard because I tweeted about it and I asked the Rad Brad, who didn't really answer me, but I did look back on his his video, and he probably also got the claim. So I'm assuming that this claim was technically technically seen, or at least was, resolved, hopefully, in some way. But again, I'm not entirely sure, and I don't know exactly if more people are getting claims like that. I mean, I know I was talking to JBZ about the claim, and he was telling me that Cold War actually has in the campaign, it actually has a lot of DMCA problems in it. So that is, yeah. And I mean, I think that's something that we have to really look at carefully. It's just like, what can we do to, I would say, protect ourselves in a way, or at least, keep us to the point where we can do all these things for the people, because obviously it's been difficult for, say, to not make it to where we are having problems with our claims and stuff. But at the same time, I mean, I don't know what we can do to realistically I don't know what we can do to realistically be able to, able to do what we need to do, to say the very least. But it's definitely an interesting thing going on, and I think, like I've said before, the whole VTubing and stuff like that, I definitely can tell you that VTubing is becoming a bit of a thing, and you all know that VTubing has become kind of a bit of a cornerstone, I guess, of what's going on with Twitch in general, because I think a lot of people, especially on Twitch, you know, are basically, becoming VTubers to a degree. I know, like Tiger, who was a streamer, a good friend of ours, and a Twitch sing streamer for a long time. I know he started doing VTubing, and I know people like Danny Dawnstar is doing VTubing. I know, like, Scarlet Derby is doing VTubing from time to time. So it's interesting, to say the least. And I'm not sure what is next. I mean, it's hard to say what people will do, what will happen once, it's hard to say what will happen once, of course, once, of course, the things happen. Once, of course, these, these things get settled in. Like, I mean, I'm not sure if Monster Cat will reignite the partnership and the gold status with Twitch, but the fact that Twitch or Monster Cat decided to back off the fact, or back off on the partnership and stuff like that. I mean, I think that is definitely definitely something where it's going to be, it's going to be seen. Um, so yeah, but I mean, it's hard to say, I guess, and obviously, I think that we will have to, you know, we'll have to see where things go, at this point. Either way, I think with that being said, going on right now, let's go ahead and take a quick little break. So I know we've been talking for about an hour 30. We'll take a quick little break and then we'll continue with some other stuff to talk about going forward. But yeah, I think as I said, right now I'm going to take a quick little break. We're going to play a small little video / ad for the XO Cami. If y'all don't know what the XO Cami is, the XO Cami are a group of people who are helping women FGC gamers, and I believe those under the female binary like me bring their fighting game skills up to the next level. So please do consider checking them out, supporting them if you can. I'll be back in just a bit, and then we'll continue. But with that being said, I will be right back, everybody.
EXO Academy is a 4-week training program helping female fighting game players take their game and name to the next level. If you'd like to support, please subscribe to our Patreon or purchase merchandise at nexthitwins.com. We've got some of the best players and best coaches involved, and your support can only help us get better.
Alright, we're back. So, yeah, let's get back to it. Anyway, let's get back to it. So, um, Ezekiel, I do not have a PS5. Sorry I didn't respond. I do not actually have a PS5, and I'm not planning to get a PS5, honestly. I'm not sure when that message came in. Let me see when that message came in. I'm going to go ahead and see when that message came in, obviously. Ezekiel 10:01. So that was a few minutes ago during BRB. That was a few minutes ago during the BRB. But yeah, I actually do not have a PS5, so not planning to get a PS5 actually at all. I'm actually honestly not planning to get a PS5, and I really don't want one. To be honest, I'm not really looking to get one at all. So, you know, uh, that's just something, um, something that, I will say is just, a thing. So, you know, yeah, I'm not planning to get a, a PS5 at all, and I don't think I will be getting one, So, yeah. Anyway, moving on. I don't know. I mean, honestly, I'm not going to get a PS5 at this point. I'm probably never going to get a PS5 because, like, I just don't see the point of getting one, really. I really don't see the point of getting a PS5 at all. Um, just because it just doesn't seem worthwhile to me, and personally, I'd rather use that money to get a GTX 6000. I'd rather get a RX 6800 XT or something around that, or otherwise, because like to me, it's more important to upgrade my PC. I'm just going to say, at least for me, I'd rather get get something like the RX 6000, 6000 on PC, or get the RTX 3080, 3090 or 3080, because at the end of the day, I mean, I'm more full on PC, than anything. And I think that's just the way I'm seeing it right now. Like, that's just the way I'm seeing things right now. So, so yeah, I mean, that's just what I'm really looking at the moment. So, you know, I'm not saying that's something that you know, I'm not interested in not getting, but it's definitely realistically, I think something that I personally am looking at is just like I want to get I want to get a version or something that, I want to get a version or something that, that realistically is me, I guess you could say. And I want to just upgrade my PC. I personally just kind of want to upgrade my PC, but, that's just the way I see it, so, yeah, you know. But that's just what I've been thinking, and I don't think that's something that I don't want to not go around, not looking at. Is I personally, like I said, I personally want to look towards getting some improvements to my PC, obviously. So I mean, and obviously I think like I've talked about this before with on Twitter, is that to me, I don't see the importance in I don't see the importance of, I guess you could say, of having of having I don't see the importance of having having the having stuff going on in ooh hello, I don't know. But yeah, like I said, I'm not really seeing the importance of of doing stuff like of having things. Uh, hang on, that could be. I don't know if I wonder if that's any good. I don't know. 4-star review. Let's see. Let's see what this is. I want to just see everybody. But yeah, I mean, I think that's the main thing. It's just like, I find that honestly for me, it's probably not that important to have, you know, to have, things going on. Like, I don't think it's really, you know, really worth the thought process, I guess, Anyway, but yeah, I mean, when it comes down to it, I think that honestly, the the thing is that you gotta look at what's happening. I guess you gotta look at the price range and stuff like that. And like when it comes down to especially I think when it comes down to especially the factor of you know the factors of having things going on, I think like when it comes to like the council versus the I guess this is down to council versus the PC war bid in a way. Honestly, I mean, I think realistically, councils are starting to kind of price match, I guess you could say, in a way, what what PCs are, and that seems to be at least my thought process here. Is that at the end of the day, councils are kind of starting to price match, or at least get to the point where they are in the same bidding, I guess, and that just is the way I feel right now with what's going on and how things are, in my personal opinion. Because like I feel like when it comes to the console war versus PC master race, obviously in my opinion, PC will always be master race. Like no matter what happens, PC always will be above, if not around the point where at least for me, it would be PC always. But I know for some people they're just not comfortable with the PC always, and I understand that. I understand that at least for some people, it's not going to be their go to point. But I do think that, when it comes down to it, obviously, you gotta think what works best for you, I guess. What is your comfort level, because, at the end of the day, I think your comfort level is kind of built around you, and I think that it should be something where you have to kind of consider what is working for you. What does your, system, or what do you think? Because, you're always going to have those people who are Xbox X, Series X, or PlayStation. That will always happen. Like, no matter what happens, that will always happen. That will always be a thing. Because you see it when it comes out. But, I think, it's really just what is going on, what is happening, because like it is, it's up to you to figure it out and decide what is best, I guess, for you, um, because for some people, I know, like, I know for some people, and this may be you, I'm not saying it isn't you, but, you gotta remember that for some people, maybe it's just not worth you getting, maybe the console is more comfortable for you, because you definitely can, and I would say this for the most part, you definitely can get some form of some form of PC and basically be able to have all that you're expecting out of it, or even more out of it, and that's just something that you can expect when it comes down to, it. But, I mean, obviously, you also could, argue that console will always be better, and I'm not going to lie, console probably could always be better, and console might just be worth its look, because, as it is, consoles are, starting to reach that point, at least in my opinion, where you could argue that, basically that, that it's not working, or it's basically, getting to the point where you're basically having, the same, I guess, thing, if you will, the same kind of, if you will, you're having the same components, I guess, and, and I think the arguing point is what's more comfortable for some people, because, I mean, I believe that's where a lot of people are going to be questioning, I guess you could say, and that's kind of where people are asking themselves, like, what can we get, or what can we do for, for ourselves, like, what can we get, what can we what can we, basically go for, because, obviously, when it comes down to it, obviously, like, finding the right thing for your comfort level is probably what you want to look at, but, it's up to you, I guess. And I think that's the main thing that we look at here, is just, like, what is working for you in general. Does, of course, the, factor of, does, of course, the factor of having, better RAM or whatever work for you, or is it better for you to, have have a, have a better, overall, I guess, what's it called? Like I said, I feel like that's the question when it comes down to it, and, it's up to you to figure that out, whatever comes next, anyway, I don't know why I'm rambling on, everybody. I'm sorry, I'm rambling on. Um, what can we move on to talk about next, everybody? What do we move on to talk about next? I mean, PS5 has been having some issues anyway, Like it is. PS5 has been having issues, actually, and with that being said, I mean, what are your thoughts? Like, do you enjoy the PS5? Is the PS5 worth it for you, or do you think that the PS5 is something that you just don't really wanna think about. Feel free to tell me what is your thoughts, I guess, because yeah, I'm interested in knowing like what people are considering. Like, is this something that really is interested in for you, or does the PC not really grab your attention, I guess, because like I said, I'm interested in knowing how people are thinking. What is the thought process right now? Like, are people interested in the PS5? Is the PS5 something that realistically is on their mind? Because I'm interested in knowing like it is what is the thought here. What is the what are people considering, um because it's kind of an interesting thought process, and I think like it'd be something worth talking about to a degree, because I don't know. I'm wondering, or I'm interested in people's thoughts, like, you know. And I'm sorry, I'm kind of looking at. I do apologize, everybody, but I'm kind of looking at some RAM. I'm actually looking at RAM for just a little bit, so I do apologize, everyone. Anyway, I mean, I don't know what people are thinking. Like, is the PS5 something that you really are looking forward to, or is the PS5 just like it's just there? Because I mean, I'm not entirely sure. I would like to know what is the thought process here, and what people want to what people are looking at. Either way, I mean, I'd like to have a understanding of what is happening, or what's your thought process. Either way, I mean, it's kind of an interesting thought, and I would like to know what people are considering for themselves, because I do want to get an understanding of what's been thought about. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, or do you like the Xbox Series X? I mean, is the PS5 DualSense, I guess, capability worth the money? Is that something that really has interest you? I'd like to know, just because, I'm interested in hearing about what people are thinking. Like, is that something that, that really has interest you, or is it just, like, not really there, you know? Feel free to tell me, and feel free to give me your thoughts here, everybody. I mean, um, because I'm interested. I'm interested in hearing about the Xbox Series X, or, all that stuff. Actually, I'm also interested in hearing about Call of Duty Cold War. Is Cold War something that you are interested in? Is that something that you'd like? What are your thoughts here with Call of Duty Cold War? Because I want to know, is that something that you are enjoying? If you are enjoying Cold War, then tell me. How is Call of Duty Cold War? What is going on? I know maybe, and I know I want to clear this up with some people, is that I did, especially with Packstars listening, I did uninstall Cold War because, or not Cold War, I installed Modern Warfare because I didn't think I was playing it, and I was leaving it there on the hard drive for no reason to a degree. So we probably won't be doing Modern Warfare anytime soon, and for those of you who are interested, or like wanting to see more Modern Warfare, I do apologize that there won't be any more Modern Warfare, but I just wanted to clear that out there in case somebody is like, "Hey, why the heck are you not doing Modern Warfare anymore?" Well, I uninstalled it, so that's that. I know some of you may have followed me because of the factor that I said I would be doing Fortnite, and sadly, I just have not really wanted to get into Fortnite. I haven't felt like getting into the game, and you know, I do apologize again that I just haven't really felt like getting into Fortnite, but Fortnite just hasn't really gelled with me recently, and I've just not really felt like getting into it. But, again, I think that's just me, and that's just the thought process I've had recently. But, yeah, that's, something that has been happening, I guess, so I do appreciate everyone who's been here so far while we've been on this talk for the last 2 hours. We'll probably end the iGaming talk stream pretty soon. But I think we're at that point where maybe we should look at some pressing issues with with the talk show and everything and what's happening on the talk show. Which, I mean, I think one of the main things we should talk about is how, at least in my opinion, the whole grind for affiliate is kind of worthless, everyone. Because, again, I've actually felt better knowing that I don't have the exclusivity contract under my belt anymore. I know for some of you, you may be thinking, why the heck are you all why the heck are you not worried about the exclusivity contract anymore? Why are you talking about that stuff? And the main reason is because I'm not worried about it anymore. I can now stream wherever I like, obviously, and because I can, I think that makes it to where, at least for me, I can of course just be wherever I want to be without having the so-called exclusivity contract. And I know for many people, it's kind of like, well, isn't being an affiliate kind of the main thing? Isn't that what really matters? And honestly, no. And many of you are kind of listening to me saying that, and you're going like, what? But I thought, the bits and stuff, the emotes and whatnot, I thought all of that was important. Not really. I mean, many of you, I know, are kind of looking at it as like, well, why would emotes and stuff be, aren't emotes and stuff important? And to a degree, you could argue maybe, but I mean, when you're first starting out as an affiliate, you're obviously not going to be, having loads of people obviously subscribing to you. Yeah, an emote like this, Rue AC, is cool. I love that emote. And personally, I love that emote. But, at the end of the day, it's not important to have have the emotes, have all the affiliates and stuff. You know, it's not important to have all that stuff. And I know a lot of people look at it as like, well, I thought that was a important thing, but it's not. I mean, you listen, like I said, we'll bring back up Devin Nash again. You listen to Devin Nash, and Devin Nash, he always tells you shouldn't worry about that stuff. That's not, that's not obviously something that's important. I mean, being an affiliate is only a milestone to strapping you on board to Twitch's algorithm, and Twitch, obviously, the algorithm is not bad, but obviously the discoverability on Twitch is just not very good. I mean, that's one of the main reasons why, Twitch has probably, at least in my opinion, one of the worst ways of finding finding somebody that you may want to watch. I mean, you know, with all the streamers doing just chatting, and you all know there's a lot of people doing just chatting, it's hard to find people. You know, it's hard to find somebody like me who's just doing this just chatting as a every once in a while thing. I mean, you can even look at, and I will say this because I'm not an affiliate anymore, so I'm not bound to the exclusivity contract, or the exclusivity clause. But since multi-streaming, I'm also multi-streaming on YouTube. And right now, because I'm also multi-streaming on YouTube, YouTube actually has, right now, at least for me, it has on my channel page, me in the front page. It has my channel on the front page right now. It's recommending my channel right now on the front page, which is actually pretty amazing considered that, you know, given everything, I am not, you know, I'm not that big, at least for say. And, Ellie Strive, thank you for the subscription to YouTube. I'm not sure if you also subscribe to my Twitch, but thank you for subscribing to my YouTube. Do appreciate that. But yeah, that's exactly what I mean. Is like, you know, with what's going on and what's happening, obviously, you know, it's like Twitch's algorithm just can't give you right now the it just can't give you right now the so-called, you know, the so-called exposure, which is why, you know, it's hard when you are a Twitch affiliate to put all your eggs into that basket for say. You know, and you know, that's just something that does happen, you know. So, you know, remember that that's just something that will be seen as you are streaming. I guess at the same time, it's something that will happen when you are YouTubing. So, you know, you just gotta think about that stuff and, you know, realize that it is something that happens, you know, no matter what you do. But at the same time, you know, that's what I mean by, you know, Twitch's non-exclusivity contract is a very, very limiting to what you can do, you know. So, you know, just remember that when you're looking at the contract and looking at stuff, you know, is that, you know, you gotta remember that it's limited on what is happening at the moment, I guess you could say, to a degree. But either way, you know, that's why, at least for me, the exclusivity contract is not good for, you know, it's not good for, it's not good for Twitch, at least right now. But it makes sense that Twitch would be, you know, would limit exclusivity. And the main reason it limits the exclusivity is because of the fact that, hey, Ellie, how are you doing? Welcome to the channel. Oh, okay. Yeah, no worries, no worries. Yeah, Devin Nash. Mostly I'm talking about Devin Nash. I kind of touched based on it, actually back on bloody, earlier. That was about maybe an hour ago or so, but yeah, I mean, you know, like, don't get me wrong. You know, I've been with Twitch for a long time. Y'all may or may not have realized it, and whoops, that was my bad. But, you know, that was, something falling. What was that? Oh, yeah, this Nevada. It was this Nevada necklace thing that I used to have. But, don't get me wrong, I've been with Twitch for a while. You all may or may not realize it, but, you know, let me just show you something. Y'all, I mean, I've been with Twitch for a while. I initially was trying to get the whole Twitch affiliate thing, you know? Oh yeah, no problem. It'll be on YouTube. But like, here's the thing. I've been with Twitch for over 5 years. My first TwitchCon 3 years ago. This was the badge that I had. This was the badge I had 3 years ago on TwitchCon, which was 2018. TwitchCon 2018. Fun year for me as a Twitch streamer. Then of course TwitchCon 2008 or 17. That was 2017. My bad. That was 2017. But oh yeah, no, YouTube has me on the main page for some reason, so that's interesting. That's cool. But yeah, anyway, 2017 Twitch affiliate. That was before I changed my name. By the way, this is my old name. For those of you who don't know, that this is my old name. 2017. 2018 was actually the first year I became an affiliate with Twitch. And, I'm not going to say it was fun. It was fun for me to be a Twitch affiliate. But, back in, and then, of course, 2019, again, Twitch affiliate. And I'm not going to be wrong. I'm not saying it's wrong to go for a Twitch affiliate. If you think Twitch is really your thing, Twitch is definitely not a bad platform. I think Twitch is a great platform if you are settled or if you know that Twitch is where you want to be, Oh yeah, no. I listen to Gab Level. I'm not sure if any of you know Gab Level or have listened to Gab Level, but YouTube is a great platform to find an audience or at least build an audience, because you are keeping you can keep your videos forever. I mean, yeah, that's true. But the thing is, with YouTube, you can still make videos for YouTube. It just can't be live, with the exclusivity clause on Twitch. That's one of the main things. Ali, is the fact that, and I'll bring up the Twitch affiliate, clause. Contract. I'll bring up the affiliate agreement, just because, the main thing with, Twitch's affiliate agreement, and this is just for the affiliate agreement, if you can become a partner, for it at all, a partner at all in Twitch, you are still limited, but, technically, you are going to be in a much better position than affiliates will be right now. But the main clause on the affiliate program is 2.2, which is the live content exclusivity. Solely for any live audio visual work you choose to provide to us as user content, your live Twitch content, starting from the beginning of the initial broadcast of any such live Twitch content and continuing for a period of 24 hours, given following the end of an initial broadcast of such live Twitch content, the exclusivity period, such live Twitch content exclusive to Twitch, even as to you during the exclusivity period of any live Twitch content, you will not nor permit or authorize any third party to broadcast, stream, distribute, exhibit, and otherwise make available such live Twitch content in any manner. Notwithstanding the foregoing, you have the right to make any live Twitch content. Such live Twitch content will become non-exclusive, and you will have the right to broadcast, stream, distribute, exhibit, and otherwise make available such live Twitch content in any manner and format desired by you. The initial broadcast means the initial broadcasting, streaming, distribution, or exhibition of live Twitch content via the internet. Whatever such live Twitch content is broadcast on real-time live basis as the subject event is occurring, or such live Twitch content has been pre-recorded and is being initially broadcast for the first time via any manner or method of streaming. Basically means you can't multicast. You can't do anything. It's basically you're stuck. You're stuck with 24 hours of this stream being here, which is kind of a problem for some people, especially if you want to grow your brand. And like technically that means that I wouldn't be able to multi-stream using Restream.io. You know, now what do I give up by being a streamer by being exclusively affiliated to Twitch? Well, one, I give up the fact that I can't multi-stream via Restream.io or whatever our platform is out there. And Pexlar, thank you for the follow. Do appreciate that. But yeah. Oh yeah, no ads. I'm not an affiliate. I'm not an affiliate anymore. I don't have any ads at all. That is one of the main things Devin Nash personally has told everyone, is the fact that as a non-affiliate, you do not have ads. I don't have control of ads. There's no pre-rolls. There's nothing going on my back end. Like, Twitch doesn't control any of that. Well, I mean, maybe you get an ad at the very beginning when you first enter. I'm not sure, because I've never entered my channel while things were going. But yeah, I don't have pre-rolls. I don't have ads. I have nothing like that. As a non-affiliate, I will have no ads at all, because technically, I'm nobody. Just because of ads? Well, that's the kicker. Is unless you're a partner streamer, I mean, yes, partner streamers are going to have ads, but, you know. But, yeah, as a non-affiliate, you're not going to have the ads going on. I mean, you know, and that's something that Devin Nash has talked about in his videos. If you've watched his videos, I'm going to promote this video, because, you know, I know for some of you, maybe you're interested in it, maybe not, but I know, like, for some of you, if you've not watched Devin Nash's video about why you should not become an affiliate, this is one of the main reasons why you shouldn't. Because like it is, he really goes over it very, very well. You know, and I know he did this video when Monster Cat Gold was saying, of course, like, oh, you can fast track your affiliate, your program to the affiliate program. But yeah, please, I'm not sponsored by Devin Nash, nor am I sponsored by anybody, right now. But, you know, please, if you want to watch that video, Devin Nash really explains that very, very well, which is why, of course, I ended up leaving the affiliate program. Now, I'm not saying I'm not going to come back to the program. If Twitch does end up with me having my brand to showing that I am getting somewhere with Twitch, I will come back to Twitch. But, you know, right now, like it is, I prefer not having the affiliate status on my program. I prefer having the non-exclusivity on my channel, because, you know, as it is, like I've said before, I mean, Twitch only gives you 14 days to keep your videos, no matter what they are. That's just something that is natural on Twitch. Like, even as an affiliate, you only get 14 days to keep your past broadcasts. Now, also as an affiliate, you know, you don't have any priority as far as streaming goes, when it comes to support. Like, if you have a problem with anything on support's end, obviously, you know, Twitch is only going to give you normal priority support. What am I giving up? well, you all know I've probably given up my quality control. But if you really are looking to encoding for any reason, go to my YouTube channel. I mean, YouTube gives you the encoding all the time. They can give you auto encoding. They give you, they give you all of the encoding, like all the way up to 1080p, which right now is what the stream is going on. As many of you may or may not know, my stream is currently at 1080p, which I'm not sure, most of you probably can handle 1080p at this point, but, if you can't, don't worry. You can always go to my YouTube channel and you'll find the quality controls there, or the encoding and stuff there. But, but yeah, I mean, like it is. There's a lot of advantages with Ellie, or, anyone listening, with being a non-affiliate. I mean, one of the main ones, like I said, is just the fact that you can multi-stream wherever you want, and, you can do what, and I apparently not getting ads. I'm not apparently getting any ads at all. Twitch is not giving you any ads, so, yeah. Yeah, Twitch confirmed, yeah. Like I said, thank you, Allie. But, yeah, like I said, I mean, you're not getting ads, apparently. So, apparently, I mean, that's one thing about, like, I think growing the brand is, and having the non-affiliate on my list, or being not an affiliate, is the fact that, you're not going to get ads, and a lot of people click off of ads. I mean, Ellie has obviously confirmed that, you will click off ads. You're clicking off my ads the moment you see it. I mean, yes, I will admit, and I will admit that on my Be Right Back, I do promote the XO Academy. I'm not actually officially sponsored by them, but I do promote the XO Academy, and that's this video right here. For many of you who are wondering, that's this video right here. But again, that's my own little video thing that goes into my BRB screen. So, Oh no. Affiliates only make, according to Devin Nash, affiliates only really make about $25. $25 a month, and that's depending on if they get lucky. Like, if you're getting lucky, you have, like, I don't know, 20, 30 viewers, obviously you're probably going to be making around your $100, but, but I doubt you will be, I doubt you will actually be making over $100. I mean, most affiliates aren't even making over $100, and, even partnered streamers like my friend Mogamu. I know a partnered streamer named Mogamu who, even he doesn't make the heavy numbers like Dr. Lupo. I mean, obviously Dr. Lupo is always going to make heavy numbers no matter what, because he has his status, he has his brand, he has pretty much everything right now going for him. So, so yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's the interesting part about the affiliate program is when you are an affiliate, you're bound by contract to be exclusive to them. Now, that doesn't mean you can't make videos. Videos are not live, obviously. I mean, you could set videos as premieres, but obviously, they will be, or at least for me, they're different enough from my compared to my stream. They are way more different than my actual stream. So, so, at the end of the day, they won't be the same video. And that's the interesting part about, like, having the multi-stream right now going on. And I mean, obviously, that's an interesting thought process here. And it's interesting to consider the differences that I think, I think that going back to not being an affiliate versus being an affiliate is making, I mean, you'll always have your pro Twitch streamers. A good friend of mine, Zach. He's also a streamer. His name is good good to hear you, I believe was his name. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, but yeah, he's all pro Twitch. And the thing is with him, obviously, being pro Twitch, I mean, obviously he will always defend the affiliate program and say that Twitch will give you has your best interest in sight. And maybe they do. I can't confirm that they do have your best interest in sight, because sometimes the achievements that they are giving you seem a little questionable, and they seem to really put you on a rope, in my personal opinion. I'm not saying Twitch is bad. Twitch is not bad, by any means, Twitch is a great platform to be on if you of course are just willing to look at the finer details, the fine print, if you will. Because, again, the achievements are not something that they're just kind of, small things to happen, they're just small little things. They're not, it's not like they are, big things. I mean, they're just small little things, and they're just, I guess, guidelines, I would say they're guidelines, when you look at them. But I mean, not everyone's going to reach those guidelines. Like, not everybody is. Some people may, but not everyone is going to meet those guidelines. Not everyone's going to see the end of the day, because again, like, I'll tell you all right now, like, looking at the non affiliates, if you will, the people who are doing that whole grind for affiliate, like look it up. You've got 4 channels live right now, that all are like hopping on Siege for affiliate grind. That's one person, but they're playing Rocket League. I mean, or at least their category is miscategorized to Rocket League. You got another person who is like, saying quarantined for a week, come chill and let's get affiliate camo grind. I mean, okay, that's something. You got someone playing Fortnite, again, grind for affiliate. Grind for affiliate. You get the idea. You all get the idea. You get the idea that, these people are seeing that as their head to toe thing, and it's a good goal to look at, but you're not going to see an immediate profit. I mean, obviously, even for me, and I don't try to make this something that's important. Please only do it if you feel like it. But down below on my channel, I have a Patreon and I have a donation button. You could use those if you really want to donate to me, or you really want to, help me out in some way, shape, or form. I don't promote that stuff, but, it's way down below on my channel saying, hey, if you really want to be, helping me in some way, shape, or form, that's one way you can do it. But again, it's not necessary. I don't really necessarily need that assistance per se, So please only do it if you really feel like you want to, because again, I really don't care. It's okay if you don't. It's okay if you don't ever donate. I mean, the show is always going to be free. No matter what you do, the show will always be free. So, expect that when you look at it, everybody. So, and that's the thing. It's like, I think a lot of people look at the bits. They look at the subscription. They look at the emotes. They look at the bonuses that they get, which is, of course, premieres, reruns, all that stuff. But, like, even those things don't always perform very well. I think maybe only 20-30% of your of your actual viewer base will watch your reruns. It may be even less than that if you're a lot smaller. Because like I'm looking at, like, for instance, the Hunter Wild. He has his reruns going right now. And don't get me wrong, if you want to watch the Hunter Wild, check him out. He's an amazing streamer. I really do enjoy his content, and I really like the way that he presents his content. But, it's like not a lot of his viewers are really watching the rerun right now because they saw it live. And, again, there's nothing wrong with reruns. I mean, reruns keep your content maybe somewhat active, but obviously not many people are going to chat to you when you're doing reruns. Not many people are going to chat to a rerun because, it's like, yeah, it's not actually, it's not actually live. And, of course, as it would be, I'm sure for many of you, it's not like me talking to you live. So, and, that's the way things have been going, recently at least. So I can't say that, being an affiliate is not a good thing. It really depends on you. I mean, if being all for Twitch, being pro Twitch is you, then obviously I think the exclusivity contract might work for you. Being exclusively on Twitch might work for you, but remember that at the end of the day, one, you're going to have ads rolling. And I think a lot of people, especially if you looked at previous streams for my channel, I'm sure a lot of you probably turned off the stream or turned off the video as soon as you saw the ad because, yeah, I mean, it happens. I mean, I know some of you probably looked at it and were like, okay, I can handle maybe one ad for a little while, but, but I'm sure for many of you who are looking at it, you probably turned off the ads. So, that's probably the way it is. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. See, live always, yeah, interact and get answered with questions. Yeah. See, and I think that's one thing that a lot of people like is the interactivity. I mean, obviously, when you're someone as big as Admiral Baru, I mean, it's going to be hard to answer everyone's questions. Many of you may or may not realize that, but when you're a channel like mine, I guess, or even a channel like my good friend City67, I'm sure a lot of you are less interested in the gameplay and maybe more interested in the bloody interaction because, I mean, let's face it, that's probably what more of you are interested in. And I've said this before, especially to another good friend of mine. His name is Aqua Kingman. And I think that his channel is not bad. I think he definitely has a channel that could grow potentially. Because he really is. When he doesn't have his thoughts focused on gameplay, he actually is very interactive. So, but I think the main problem is, a lot of the time he isn't very interactive sometimes when he's not talking. I mean, I do. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. It's different on YouTube. That makes sense, Ellie. It's different on YouTube. And you think you're used to the ads because YouTube, especially, because of the content, YouTube is more rewatchable compared to Twitch. Twitch is more live and instant gaming. That actually makes sense. Obviously, I mean, it is more interested. I do apologize that I don't have latency or anything like that. Obviously because I'm not an affiliate anymore, but but yeah, I mean, no, that totally makes sense. It's more live and instant, but I think that's one of the main things when it comes down to it is, obviously interaction, obviously, and the way things are happening when it's, when it's going on now, I guess. Another thing that I know a lot of streamers are looking at, for instance, is like for instance subscriber only mode. I mean, do you really need that? Probably not. Heck, I don't even use follower only mode. There are rare times where I only use follower only mode. And yeah, thanks. But yeah, there are rare times where I only use follower only mode. And I think that's another thing, is like subscriber only mode, you get access to that as a affiliate, obviously. But I think the main thing is that is kind of a turnoff for some people. Heck, as an affiliate and as a partner, you also get subscriber only streams, which again, how many people have actually used that? Because when you think about it, I don't think anybody uses subscriber only streams. And if you know anybody that uses a subscriber only stream, did you tune into it because you had a subscription, or did you just kind of turn off to it because, you saw that subscriber only stream going on? Everybody? Like, serious question here. How many of you have seen a streamer? And it doesn't even have to be a big streamer. It could be someone who is literally, I don't know, my size. Let's just say my size. About 600 viewers or followers. My size on Twitch, about 600 followers. How many of you have seen them use subscriber only streams? And what have been your thoughts about that? Like, what are your serious thoughts about that? Because I don't think anybody uses subscriber only streams. And if anybody does, I mean, I think that's kind of been a turnoff. I personally think that's been kind of a turnoff for some people. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe people do like subscriber only streams. I'm not entirely sure, honestly. I'm not really entirely sure. And I'm going to be honest here. I really don't know. I don't know anybody who has a subscriber only stream or turns on subscriber only streams and has been at least somewhat successful, or has at least had somewhat of a huge turnaround for it, because yeah, none. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a huge turn on thing. Obviously, Ellie, and and that's nothing against Twitch. I think Twitch may have had some idea, like, oh, we're rewarding people with subscriber only streams, but I mean, I don't think it really has had a huge turnaround. And I'm sorry, but I'm sorry for those of you who have used subscriber only streams, and I'm laughing about it, but it just is like kind of funny to me, because like even like watch parties, and obviously I know some people have I know like even non-affiliates have the ability to do a start watch party, but I even then I don't think there are a lot of people who have had huge success using watch party. I mean, like, that's just kind of been a thing. It's like, is watch party really worth the money or the time that you put onto it? Because not everyone has Twitch Prime, or Amazon Prime. I'm not sure what it's called at this point. I guess it's called Prime Gaming, but not everyone has Prime Gaming. So, it's nice to have watch parties and being able to watch your favorite shows, but at the same time, I don't know how successful it's been. I'm not sure if it's at all successful because, has Twitch, well, obviously I think Twitch has been making some money off people who've been using watch parties, but, but the fact is, I don't follow many people who actually use watch parties, and I don't know anybody who has been, doing that. I mean, like, it's definitely not been, I guess you could say, hugely successful for sure. And I'm not saying it hasn't been successful to a degree, but but yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, everybody. I really am not sure. Because it's like, yeah, I get it. I get that some people like being able to watch their favorite movies with their favorite streamers, which it would make sense. In fact, I think honestly, I think people like who can rack in the audience. People like Cypher PK, who I watch these people, and I know that people like Cypher PK who have over maybe 10, 11, 30, or 40, even more, sometimes even more stream viewers. They probably could pull off the watch party and it would be hugely successful. But I mean, for those of us who see the watch party and try to use it as at the level that we're at, I just can't see it being, I just can't see it being as successful as it is. But, maybe that's just me. I'm not sure. I mean, I can't say that watch parties are not something that could be a great perk for partnered streamers, but, but at the same time, it's hard to really say. And same thing with stream teams. Like, obviously, with stream teams, if you are collaborating with a lot of other people, a stream team could be very, very useful. It could be very, very good in general because you are collaborating with, everyone that you want to collaborate with to some degree or another. But I think, if you're not collaborating with all of these other streamers all the time, it can be, I don't know. I'm not sure. It can be, I guess, difficult. And, maybe you will get a few people, who might tune in from time to time. But I think, I think even then, collaborations with, I think it comes down to the collaborations you make, with other people. And, I mean, don't get me wrong. I've teetered the idea recently. Once Watch Dogs is over, once my Watch Dogs series is over, and once my my Cyberpunk series is over, I've teetered with the idea of possibly having Apex Legends, me doing more viewer games with Apex Legends and having, the whole club thing kind of become part of our thing. But but of course, I mean, I've teetered with the idea. I've thought about it, and that's just been an idea that I've been teetering with. But obviously, I mean, Cyberpunk will probably have multiplayer, so I'm considering maybe running multiplayer with it. I know Watch Dogs Legion will have multiplayer, so who knows? There might be something going on with Watch Dogs Legion going forward. But I can't say with absolute certainty that I will be doing something with Watch Dogs Legion, but I might. And what it might be is just maybe I'll help viewers run through the game if they need help, or if the multiplayer is good, I will basically, do what I can to try and, try and make it, possible to, stream or just, do something with it. But again, I'm not entirely certain, what I'm going to be teetering down. I've got ideas. Let's face it, I've got ideas. Now, obviously, the iGaming Talk show will always be a thing. I think it'll be a thing as long as I continue to find news and stuff and find things to talk about. Streamers might be a thing continuing. But I'm not sure. I will have streamers up. But of course, right now I'm not running streamers just because of the fact that I didn't want to have to have moments where we were not well, I didn't want to have moments where, you know, we divert attention away from some of the topics, but either way, um yeah, I know we're running out of time, so I do know we're slowly running out of time on today's show, and yeah, it's been a fairly interesting show actually. But yeah, I mean, you know, I'm not sure, everybody. What is your opinion when it comes down to it? Obviously, I know Ellie is all about not being an affiliate, but I mean, what is your opinion, everyone? If you have any opinions about the affiliate program or not being an affiliate, I mean, feel free to tell me your thoughts, everybody. Like, do you think, what are your thoughts? Because obviously, I think the whole grind for affiliate thing is only a small portion, if not, a problem with what people are saying when it comes to having to discover the discoverability. Because yeah, when you look at it, obviously, discoverability is hard, especially on Twitch. Like on Twitch especially, it's very difficult. I mean, because right now, like you look at maybe something like Mario Kart 8. I mean, it only has like 400 or so viewers watching, which it's fairly small and it's easy to find somebody, but I think like well, I'll just click on one for the heck of it. I think like for instance, when you look at it, it's interesting. I mean, like let me see this. Like this one guy. I just clicked on this one guy and I'm gonna kind of called him out. I do apologize, but I'm gonna kind of called him out because like this one guy, Aikichi is his name, I think. I'm going to call him out. Like right now, he's literally just playing the game. I mean, he has followers only chat on. He first and foremost has followers only chat on, which again, pretty big turnoff in my opinion. Like, in my opinion, that's kind of a turnoff, and that's something that I would say is not, and it, like right now he's just chatting to his friends. Like, I think he's just you're listening to his friends, or he's just chatting to his friends. That's all he's doing right now. Like, and it's very very low energy. It's like super super low energy. He's not even trying to interact with himself. Like I know for me, I try to do my best to make sure that I'm always well. Lately, I've always been trying to chat where I can, and I've been trying to make sure that you all are thinking that well. And this is just background stuff. I've tried to always make sure that at least recently I have something where it sounds like I'm talking to somebody, but really I'm probably just talking to myself. Because a lot of times you're just talking to yourself. Like, that's just the way things work. A lot of times it's just you're talking to yourself, and you gotta make it interesting, because if you're not willing to watch yourself, and let's face it, 9 out of 10 of you probably aren't willing to watch yourself and listen to yourself, not, but, as an example, if I was just doing this, and I'm going to show you guys as an example, it's just, oh, hi, how you doing? Like, I mean, that seems kind of boring, right? And if you have follower only chat mode, I mean, let's face it, follower only chat mode, yeah, it's gonna be, yeah. uh, and I'm sorry, everyone, but it's like it's laughable when you think about that. Oh yeah, yeah. So yeah, and that's the thing, Ellie. It's like, a lot of my past streams were like, and hang on, everybody. I'll be right back. Just 1 second. I'll be right back. I need to get this for an example, everybody. So I'll be right back. I'm just going to grab my PS4 controller really quickly because I want to show you what a lot of my past streams were, and just as an example. So give me 1 second, everybody. All right, so in the past when I was playing on my PS4, and this is my current PS4 controller, which I don't play PS4 anymore, but it's like, yeah, debate Nash stuff and decide fall. Oh yeah, but here's the thing: is like when my past streams were going on. Let's just say because my computer screen is right here, my gaming computer screen is right here. But here's how my past streams were going. Like, all right, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Oh look, I just did something. Uh Hi, how you doing? It's pretty low energy, isn't it? I mean, it's pretty low energy. Like, seriously, that is literally pretty low energy, and I don't think anybody wants to watch that. Like, even Gab Level has said, nobody wants to watch this. Like, nobody wants to watch you go. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Hi, how you doing? Like, this is snooze fest, man. And that's how a lot of my old streams were. My old streams were basically just me going like, and I'm sorry. I mean, I'm sorry. It's laughable now when I look back at it, but but that's how my old streams were. Like, and I'm not saying you can't improve. You can improve, everybody. Like, improving does happen, and but really, you gotta just remember that, especially, and it's something that I had to learn myself, is that nobody's really interested in your gameplay. Like, you could be number one top dog Call of Duty Cold War player right now, and you could be getting exactly the same numbers I'm getting, and it's like nobody's really interested in your gameplay. You could be the best. You could be the best gamer out there right now, but nobody would be interested. Like, you know, like I could look at any one of these people, anyone. I could randomly pick somebody, and just and it's interesting to see that that thing that people are going for. So like that's the that's the main thing. It's like it's very interesting because I had to watch YouTube videos on how to get better at this. Like, I'm not going to lie, I've had to watch a lot of YouTube videos on how to get better, and like that's why like Gavlo is someone that I recommend watching if you're looking into improving yourself over time. It's just like a lot of it comes from me watching people and having to find a way to improve myself, because like even now when I do my YouTube videos, I try to take them in one shot because it gives it that sense that I'm learning to talk to myself. And a lot of times that's all I can do is try to talk to myself and maybe give you something that's interesting. I hope. Because I don't know if it's interesting. I'm sorry if I honestly, I'm sorry if a lot of the things I talk about I don't really know if they're interesting. I mean, I just try to dangle them there. Because like, like I could play Valorant all day long. I could play Apex Legends, and I'm trying to improve when I'm playing Apex Legends. I'm trying to improve when I'm playing something that requires a little more task, and maybe there will be times where I will have to apologize if I do go silent for a bit, but but yeah, you know, that's something that just is going on. So, anyway, everyone, that's kind of the thing. It's like, it's it's been a lot of learning, especially for me. Like, and I think that's the main thing that I've been looking at here is that it is a lot of learning. It is something that, that you will not be able to get it immediately, I think that's something that even for me, I've had to improve my channel. I've been trying to, make my channel seem a little more consistent. That's something that I wanted to talk about. It's just that my channel, I wanted to make it seem a little more consistent. And, I've changed my profile picture plenty of times. Like, I know you were seeing my logo on YouTube, and that is my logo, by the way. I mean, even it's even on it's even something that I animated here. So for those of you who've never seen the beginning, but that's pretty much the animated version of my logo right there. Which I did, and then I've been trying to create Stinger, which is also using my logo. But it's like that's been a lot of work. I've been trying to do that while also keeping up to at least having a lot of videos for you all to watch, if not having at least somewhat of a scheduled video release going on. So, I've been putting in a lot of work. I've been trying to get better at editing, and I think, it will all happen in time. It'll all be just overtime things, And I think that's one of the main things is like it's the small things when you look at it. Whatever you do, it's always going to be small things to look at going forward, because there's always going to be something that you'll probably want to improve on, or something that you'll just want to do but it may not happen. So yeah, I mean, keep that in mind when you're actually thinking about it, and when you're doing these things, is that there'll always be things that you'll want to either improve on or do. And that's just the way it works, like no matter what. Because like you can go to any channel for the heck of it, and it's like, I don't know. It's hard to realistically, think that these people are going to be interested. Like, like right now, I'm looking at another streamer right now playing Sims 4, and I like the Sims 4, I really do. But it's like, how many of you would be interested in somebody who is just focused on the gameplay? Like I'm just listening to that stuff right now, and it's like they're not even talking to themselves. They're not literally doing anything. They have follower only chat on. It's like, yeah, you're an affiliate. You're an affiliate. Why are you, as an affiliate, not giving people something to talk about? I mean, Sims 4, by the way, is by far, not the most interesting game to play. And it doesn't require a lot of attention to details to really be, at least, somewhat interesting. And I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry if I have to call you out on that, but it's like a game like Sims 4 doesn't really require a lot of attention out of you. I mean, you can play Tropico 6 and still be fairly interesting to a degree. If you have nothing to talk about, obviously, talk about the game. I mean, maybe it's not always going to be the most interesting thing to talk about, but it's better than not talking at all, and just being focused on your gameplay. I mean, because especially when you look at it, I mean, I know, like, in my channel, I probably should consider, especially my YouTube channel, I should probably consider having it to where my comments aren't always held for review, but I do keep my comments on held for review just so I can read them, because I prefer looking at my comments when I can, and obviously, that's just something that I like to do. But of course, like, I'm interested in Cyberpunk 2077. I really can't wait for that. It'll be exciting to get into the game, and hopefully, when Cyberpunk 2077 comes out, maybe I'll have a little bit of an upgrade going on. Because I have been looking at, and this is just something that I just will say. I have been looking at getting maybe some memory because they're on sale, because it's on sale, but, you know, I'm not sure. We'll see. Either way, you know, yeah, we are probably 2 minutes away from the end of the stream, and I know we've only been going lately been going for 3 hours, but I've been trying to do kind of short streams just for now to get people kind of interested and into watching the streams, because I know for many of you, 3 hours is a long time. It's not like 30 minutes, 20 minutes that you're going to be spending watching a quick video, but you know. But yeah, I hope that this has been interesting for you all. I'm glad, Ellie, I'm glad you stopped by. I'm sure we'll probably see you again at some point, but this isn't the end of the stream, but I just want to say thank you for stopping by, and anyone else who stopped by, thank you for stopping by. I know Monday, when we return, we will be back on Watch Dogs Legion, so I will try and make that interesting in some way, shape, or form. But yeah, thank you, Ellie, for stopping by and being here. I will try and make Watch Dogs Legion as interesting as possible. Even though I might be a little silent during some of the story parts. But I'll try and make it as interesting as I can. We will probably be near the end of Watch Dogs Legion at some point, so we'll probably be doing some optional stuff once Watch Dogs Legion is over. Otherwise, I will try and make Apex Legends as interesting as possible until Cyberpunk comes out. But, you know, with that being said, I'd say, everyone, if you want to, stick around. Let's find somebody to raid, and we'll go from there, everyone. I think we're going to go ahead and, yeah, you know, I think we're going to go ahead and raid somebody who, I definitely would, suggest you consider following if you want. I don't have a raid call anymore. I used to have a raid call a long time ago, but I have not come out with a raid call recently. But yeah, please do come join a good friend of mine. He is currently playing Yakuza Like a Dragon. It's the first Yakuza he's actually played, for say. So, you know, I think you'll all be interested in it. Maybe if you like the Yakuza series, but I know he's a very interactive streamer too from time to time, so you know, please do talk to him if you want. But yeah, come join my good friend C67. Met for Twitch things actually, everybody. So yeah, he's a great streamer. Would highly recommend him if you haven't already. And yeah, with that being said, thank you everyone for joining me today. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for hanging out, and we'll be back on Monday with more Watch Dogs Legion, which, like I said, I'll try to make it as interesting as possible. But until then, everyone, please come join CS67. And thank you, everyone, for joining me today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. And wherever you live in the world, good morning, good night, good evening, good afternoon. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for hanging out. And yeah, this is FAIRI signing out and saying thank you for joining me. Thank you for stopping by. And until the next one, everybody. Until the next one, everyone. Farewell, everyone.